Okay, today we're looking at Cinebook Recounts the Falklands War. And it's a relatively short book on a relatively short war, but I feel that the book is just not done justice. The spine, it's the typical Cinebook soft cover, and we have 2 pages, just the intro, and so we start on page 3, and this runs a total of 48, so we really only have 46 pages. And the art really is fantastic. We see here, we got the start here of the war, and it's just really jumbled. We've got a cabinet meeting with Thatcher. We've got the governor here of the Falkland Islands, and initial Argentine landings. And again, the art is really fantastic here. Here's Governor Hunt having to surrender to the Argentinians. And while the art is really good, the story is just really disjointed. I mean, it's not clear how things are happening, why things are happening, and you're really not going to get much out of this unless you already understand the Falklands War. As a introduction to it, it just doesn't work. I mean, there's players that are mentioned, just once or twice, and with no explanation of how or why. And it's really a shame because the art is fantastic, especially on the military equipment. There's a lot of people who, they can do humans well, they can do backgrounds well, but they're not that great on military equipment. Here, this artist is good with everything. I think it's really solid art, especially on all this military equipment. But the storyline is just, it's not there. You don't really understand what's going on or how or why unless you already know and understand the Falklands War. So it's a shame. I think this book, if it was double the length, it could be fantastic because they would have taken the time to really get the background right, explain the characters correctly, and all the players in the war, and you'd get just a better understanding. So it's a shame. This really should have been a multi title series. Put it out in 2 or 3 books, or just one large kind of edition, because despite the art, despite it really having some good composition of the scenes here, the actual story of the Falklands War is just not explained very well, which is unfortunate. And that seems to be kind of a common reoccurrence with some of these Cinebook recounts books. They're trying to cram it in too much too fast, and as a cogent title, it fails. So there's 3 in the series, and the Battle of Britain is also just too rushed, too convoluted to really make a great title, despite some really fantastic art. So that's the Falklands War. I would pass on it unless you're just really getting it for the art, because some of the art is fantastic, or you already really understand the Falklands War, and just as a refresher. But this is not a title to give to somebody who's just going in cold to the Falklands War. Till next time.